Sometimes we get asked, if you don't want to start with the kit as the base game, how to bring the kit's functionality over into a new game that's one you already made. So let me show you how to do that now. First, I want you to hit stop on your game. It's up at the top here. This is just a fresh remix of the combat kit that I got from the new game page. And if you hit stop, you'll see a bunch of things that are normally invisible, like the wall colliders and things. You can now see, and because you can move the camera, you can also see that there's these sort of settings objects. Now, it's pretty easy to template a weapon or something like that and bring it to another game, but it won't function right, or it may vanish, or something else may happen to it if it doesn't have these objects here in the same game, because these objects are what put the UI on the screen. They're what let things know how much they cost. They let stuff know how to equip to the player, how much damage something does. That's all actually in these databases and things. Like if we look here, there's a bunch of things called weapon datas, and this is how the name Rusty Sword is given to that thing, and it has an ID and it has an icon and so on. So let me just show you how to make all these into one template that you can then take somewhere else. So the first thing you need is just some object to act as the holder, the container for everything else. And it doesn't actually matter what it is. Let's just use this settings gear. Okay, and I'm just gonna put it over here to the side. And I'll just color it so I can see it because it's very dark in here. And I'm gonna name it something so that I can find it later in my other game. So let's call it Combat Kit Settings. I want you to go into your hierarchy panel, and at the very bottom there's now an object called Combat Kit Settings. And anything you drag under that will become part of it. Select all these things. We probably don't need this last one. Although you should read it so that you get an idea of how things work. Okay, you can see that these ones are now highlighted in the hierarchy, the things that I've grabbed. And I'm just going to pull them under the combat kit settings object that I made. So now if I select that thing and I move it, everything should come with it. Okay, they're all, it's called being parented to this object. So these objects are now children of this object here. So what we're going to do with the parent object, the combat kit settings, is we're just going to go over to the entity section, go to the template section and hit new template. Now we can go into any game we want. So let's just go make a new game. And we go to our template section, set it to mine in the drop down. And the newest object here should be the one you just made. And it should be the settings area for the workroom. You'll notice that I do have a sword in my hand. Okay, so if we go into the game controller object, we can see that it has sort of default weapon set here. So starting top data ID is Rusty Sword. And if we look in the cosmetic and weapon database, this one here is called Rusty Sword. So I have a sword in my hand. And if I hit return to game, I'll also have the UI here that comes with the game. You don't have to leave that UI art looking like that. You can change any of the art that you like. And I do have quite a few videos on explaining how to make new weapons and new monsters and other things that work with the combat kit on the main channel. So I will link to that in the video description. But yeah, I hope that helps you bring functionality into your games.